On the spot news media, we got the latest news. We don't care about the views, we just representing right. Put local news internationally every night. On the spot, wave that Jamaican flag from left to right. Let's get it right, y'all know the type. We ain't dealing with the hype, we make it take flight.
Yeah man, my viewers and subscribers, what Guan, a blessed and wonderful Saturday morning to each and every person out there tuning in to On The Spot News Media. Now my peeps, I don't know how we do it over on this side each and every morning. We have to give thanks and praise to the Most High Creator for the preservation of life, because life is indeed the greatest. So in the morning, my peeps, I have a few stories to share with you, the regular members of Chan Public and also members of the diaspora. So please like the video, share the video, watch the entire vlog so you can get a full understanding and a better appreciation of everything we are going in Jamaica. So watch this now, my peeps, to the name Saturday, the day when some of the regular ones and ones them out there traverse the church. So happy Sabbath to you all. But whilst doing so, my peeps, please remember On The Spot News Media, its loyal viewers and subscribers in your immediate prayers. You definitely see how Jamaica run right now, so you know for sure. So we need that now more than ever. And to all of the regular ones and ones them out there traversing the streets, whether you're going to the market district, if you deal with the little onion skillet and time for deal with the little soup later, or if you just in preparation for the official red rice and rooster day tomorrow. You don't know, my peeps. Safe travel, pan the gravel, and as always, continuously look out on the corner, yeah, cause the old dirty corner boy them always out there. Alerts, yeah man. So we're going to kick it off in the morning with some international news coming out of our neighboring Caribbean island country, Cayman Islands. Now a man who is said to be wanted by the Royal Cayman Islands Police Service called into a talk show from Jamaica to dismiss claims that he was involved in a drug boat seizure. The man presently on your screen has since been identified as 28-year-old Siobhan Claude Brown. He's said to be wanted by the Cayman police in connection with a drug boat seizure in the Cayman Island barrack. Now the 28-year-old Jamaican Siobhan Claude Brown called a local talk show on Monday from Jamaica, claiming he was not on the island at the time the boat was seized. On Sunday, though, the Cayman police issued an appeal for information about Siobhan Claude Brown. The police stated that they are aware of the phone call by the man purporting to be Brown. However, they say that Brown remains a person of interest to both the police in the Cayman Islands and Custom Border Control. The police have urged Brown to identify himself to either the Cayman or Jamaican police to establish his location at the time of the incident. So when Siobhan Brown called into the talk show, he claimed that he was deported from the Cayman Islands last year and is now in Jamaica working in construction. On Sunday, the police named Brown as the third missing man following the drug boat interception last week and circulated this photograph presently on your screen. The two other men have already been arrested in connection with that drug boat seizure. So 28-year-old Siobhan Claude Brown, if you are really innocent as you say, turn yourself over to the Jamaican authorities so that the Cayman police can come in and question you as to your whereabouts at the time the boat was seized. Yeah man. So anyway, back to local style. So we're going to kick it off over there with a decent spot of work in the St. Elizabeth Police Division, where the St. Elizabeth Police have launched an investigation following a major ammunition find during an operation in Grosmond in Santa Cruz on Friday. That's yesterday. So now we are going to hear from the Superintendent of Police in charge of the St. Elizabeth Police Division, that's Coleridge Minto, who confirmed the incident and also basically gave a breakdown of the magnificent fine of a whopping 836 rounds of assorted ammunition. So in a way, listen.
Coleridge Minto, Superintendent of Police, St. Elizabeth Division. This morning at about 10 a.m., a team of officers conducted an operation in the Grasman community, that is in the Santa Cruz police space. A particular premises was searched. At the end of the operation, a total of 836 rounds were recovered. The breakdown: 702 2.2 cartridges, 85 9mm rounds, 49.38 cartridges, one 9mm magazine, one 2.2 magazine, as well as a .38 handle of a weapon were recovered in this operation. We continue to appeal to citizens in this parish to share any information you have with the police regarding those who are committing criminal offenses or even strange persons that you may see in your area that you're unfamiliar with. This level of ammunition fine underscores the point that we have persons in this parish that are arming themselves for criminal activities, and we intend to go strongly after those who are committing criminal offenses and to build case files and bring them before the courts. We continue to appeal to persons, those who are committing offenses, to desist and to seek an attorney and to have your day in court. We also want to make the appeal that if you are challenged by the security forces not to engage us, we're better trained, we're better resourced, and we will come out on top.
So another decent spot of work again by the squad of them. Yeah, man, may I tell you. Well, sad to say, my peeps, whilst we're happy about that magnificent fine, a whole heap of people right in our band them belly and a weep and a moan as they have lost their family members in what we would consider to be another mass fatal knockings and clappings. Sad to say, my peeps, mass shooting has now become a thing in Jamaica. Our sad reality. One such incident took place last night, sometime around 10 to 10:30 p.m. in a community in the St. Andrew South Police Division known as Mandela Town, or some may know it as Mandela Terrace. 3 people end up lose them 3 pints, and 4 others get caught up and seriously injured. So 3 people are now no longer among the land of the living, and 4 others recovering from injuries after criminal elements opened gunfire along Mandela Terrace last night. The deceased person have since been identified as 32-year-old Derek Goodgame Jr., but he's more popularly known in the streets as Ricky, said to be a laborer of Chatsworth Avenue, and also a 23-year-old female identified as Kimberly Plummer, said to be a customer service representative. The third male is said to be unidentified, but he's of a dark complexion with tattoos on his left arm and chest. He was sporting a plaited hairstyle and clad in a black t-shirt and light blue jeans shorts. He was also taken out in a hail of bullets during that fiery incident. Now, as stated earlier, 4 other persons, to include 2 females, was seriously conned up and injured. It is said that sometime around after 10:30 thereabout, individuals was at a third night event for a recently deceased man of the community when an undetermined number of vehicles drove up in the Mandela Terrace community. It is alleged that the occupants of these vehicles alighted armed with handguns and rifles and opened gunfire wildly along the roadway. When the knockings and clappings subsided, the men reportedly escaped in their vehicles. It was later discovered that several individuals sustained a whole heap of carnal wounds. The police were alerted and the injured persons taken to the nearby Kingston Public Hospital, where the deceased was pronounced you know what upon arrival. The Hunts Bay Police is presently investigating. Now on the Spot News Media made some checks and it was revealed that the deceased that everyone was at his night is a criminal element from Mandela Terrace known as Joel, otherwise known in the streets as Hellman. Now, we don't learn as Jamaicans, we really don't learn. Because over the years, a whole heap of criminal elements lose them 3 pints and then night get shut up. Yet still, we are always out in our numbers in support of our so-called criminal dons. Then we won't expect it to happen. Sometimes we can't too feel sorry for some people, sad to say, even though I'm really disheartened that people end up losing them 3 pints in such a manner, because probably who lose them 3 pints did not lose them 3 pints deservingly so. But nonetheless, we have to make good sense, common sense prevail. When you go to the night or a funeral procession of a known criminal element, expect the unexpected. Expect things like this to happen, because he's a criminal and his rivals will stop at nothing to make sure that him not rest in a peace. Him a go rest in a torment, just as how he made the lives of others whilst he was alive. So my peeps, you have to make good sense prevail and stop going out in your numbers in support of these criminal elements. This could have been avoided if those persons did not go and support these criminals. So whilst I do offer my condolences to the bereaved family members of the now deceased, because the criminals that come and knock it and clap it didn't really have an intended target. Them just jump out of them car and just spray the whole place, and who get it, get it. They were just sending a signal to say, hey, the night there can't go on peacefully, because them not like whosoever the deceased man was. So my peeps, again, please let good sense prevail and turn on the yard. Yeah, man. So watch this now, my peeps, over there in the St. Andrew North Police Division. A section of Lawrence Tavern known as King Western. A fatal knockings and clappings of a female took place, and the serious injuring of 2 others. Now, that took place sometime around 12:30 a.m. this morning in the wee hours. Now, the female that lost her life has since been identified as Ranisha Gilbert Morgan, said to be 28 years old, unemployed of the King Western district in Lawrence Tavern, St. Andrew. She was taken out in a hail of bullets by armed criminal elements, whilst 2 other persons, a man identified as Black Boy and a man identified as Cousin Boy, in that fatal knockings and clappings. Now my peeps, you know the sad thing about this one is that it is said that the female recently gave birth to a child, and a male said to be an active army member in the United States, her husband, was also at that fatal knockings and clappings of his wife. He was also injured, but nothing to be considered serious. It is reported that he came to Jamaica this week to visit his family. Poor me, I tell you, my peeps. The thing rough. The knockings and clappings continues. So we have seen where in recent weeks, my peeps, well, recent months, a number of fatalities in the Constant Spring policing area, namely in the Lawrence Tavern area and surrounding communities where many have lost their lives in recent months. Now on the Spot News Media will most definitely be making checks into the ongoing gang war facing the Lawrence Tavern and surrounding communities and update you in subsequent newscast. Now the next fatality comes in from the St. Andrew South Police Division again, this time in the Olympic Gardens area, a section known as the Pennystone Avenue. Now the man who was on the receiving end of those fatal can has since been identified as Courage Bailey, but more popularly known in the streets as Dougie. It is said that he's from a Morant Avenue address in Kingston 20. It is said that he was on the roadway washing a car and he was approached by a lone criminal element armed with a handgun who fired several shots in the direction, hitting him all over the upper body and head. He was, however, pronounced, you know what, same place, on the spot. Now the last fatality took place over there in the Westmoreland Police Division in Savannah, a place known as Stratbogie. Now that took place in the wee hours of this morning, sometime around 3 a.m. The man on the receiving end of those fatal bullets has since been identified as Javan Campbell, otherwise known as Javi, 28 years old, said to be from the Petersfield community in Westmoreland. He was taken out in a hail of bullets by criminal elements along the roadway in his community. Boy, I tell you, it's rough. And the next knockings and clappings, which resulted in serious injury, took place in the St. Andrew North Police Division in Constant Spring area. To be more specific, right along the Manningsville Road area, so right in the vicinity of Chicken and Things. Now, a 37-year-old man, said to be a taxi operator, turned up at the Kingston Public Hospital with a can wound to his head. He stated that he was conned up by unknown criminal elements in the Manningsville Road area of the St. Andrew North Police Division. So my peeps, the knockings and clappings continues. Now the police have made some firearm seizures also. One took place in Anatoby in St. Mary, where one 9mm pistol and also 13 live 9mm rounds was seized from an area in the Fort Stewart intersection. Another firearm seizure took place in the St. James Police Division, right at Summit there, in a Flankers, Mobile. Now, that seizure resulted in a .45 pistol and a magazine containing 4 live rounds was seized by the police during a snap raid at a bar. No arrest was made in that seizure. And over there in the neighboring parish of Hanover, in Johnstown, Lucy, 40 9mm cartridges, along with 3 Browning pistol magazine and 1 firearm handle and 1 empty spent casing was seized by a team of police officers from the Specialized Operation Division whilst conducting an operation in the area of Johnstown. And last but most definitely not the least, in the neighboring parish of Westmoreland, more so in the Savannah Lamar area, a section known as Cook Street, 27 assorted rounds of ammunition was seized by the police during a cordon and search operation in Savannah Lamar. The Savannah Lamar police is presently investigating. So right now, my peeps, this thing here looks serious. This mass knockings and clappings what we see are going. It is sadly becoming our new norm. And right now, this is just a warning reaching out to persons in and around the Clarendon space. More so Cherry Tree, Farm Heights, Havana Heights, Western Park and surrounding communities. You know the tension that is in the air. And unconfirmed reports would suggest that the police and soldiers them basically pull stump as there is no more zones of special operations and there is also no more curfews. There is no more state of emergency in the parish of Clarendon. More to come on this in subsequent newscast. So anyway, my peeps, remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned to On The Spot News Media as I continue to bring you fresh news and updates in subsequent newscast. On The Spot News Media. Yeah, man.